So good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday morning. So I got up early. I left early. And for what? For there to be an accident. Like I was saying, guys, an accident. Almost every freaking day. And to tell you the truth, there's an accident in front of us. There's an accident behind us. And I don't know what happened behind us, but we are stuck on the bridge. The bridge that we have to cross to come to the next town to get to work. Yeah, there's an accident back there. Let me see if I can show y'all. Let me see. Okay, guys. So this morning I showed you that there was an accident this morning. Y'all can't see me. Hey, where am I at? Oh, there I am. Anyways, that being said, I tried to show y'all like the lights behind me. Well, there was an accident behind us. We were stuck on the bridge. A few cars ahead of us, there was a car stalled. It had the hood up with the lights on, the hazard lights on. So something happened to that car. Let me just say, I was in line since 6:30. I didn't get off that bridge until 7 o'clock. But that's not it. Guess what happened, guys? I was on that bridge. You literally, it's like the bridge goes and it has like a hump in the middle and then it goes, right? So I'm barely getting to the little hump in the middle of the bridge. Okay. We're going slow. Cops passing by. That's when I show y'all, I try showing y'all the cops lights behind me. All of a sudden, I hear a ding. Like, bing. And I was like, what the freak is that? So I'm looking, at the radio, at the freaking car, at the lights. And then I notice the freaking water little guy came on. And I'm like freaking out. So I look over where it has the gas, the hot and the cold for the water. And I look over there and my car was overheating, guys. Like, y'all don't know how freaked out I was. I was literally shaking. And I was in the middle lane. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? First instinct, I call my husband. Babe, car's overheating. I'm stuck on the bridge. Cars ain't moving that fast. What do I do? And he's like, turn on the heater and see if it goes down. Because supposedly if you turn on the heater on high, the water's supposed to go down or something like that. Or the heat's supposed to go down. I don't know. I turned it on and it made it go higher. So I'm freaking, guys. I'm like, oh my God, what the freak's going on? So I turned it off. Told my husband, it's not working. It's not working. What do I do? I was like, I'm in the middle lane. I don't want to get stalled out here on the freaking bridge. I don't know nothing about the cars. I don't know what to do. I'm over here freaking like crazy. So I'm like, okay, Jessica, get it together. Scoot over to the right side, just in case. Turn on your hazard lights, just in case. So I do that. There's a car behind me, like he's real close to me. I guess noticed that I turned on the hazard light, so he was behind me, and I guess seeing if everything was okay. So I'm over here praying to God, like, please, 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 let me just make it off the bridge, and I can stop on the side of the road, and everything will be fine. So I'm over here praying, and then finally, sorry guys, it got dark again. Finally, we got closer to the edge. And by this time, it's 7 o'clock. I was on the bridge for almost 45 minutes. Well, about 30 minutes. About. So, I finally get to the end of the bridge. So, I call him my husband. I'm like, hey, I'm off of the bridge. And he's like, turn your heater on again and put it on defrost. Like, turn it all the way to where it's coming out on the glass. And I was like, okay. So I do that. And it went down. And I was like, thank God. It went halfway, like the normal way. So I was like, oh my God, thank God, thank God. So I did that. And I finally get off the bridge, and he's like, I'm on my way. I'm right here. I'm by the store. I was like, well, I was trying to see if I can make it to the store, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to the store. So he's like, get in the middle, turn around like you're going back home, and wait on the side of the road. I was like, okay. So I get back over. The guy that was behind me when I had the hazard lights on comes by me, and I look, and like he looked in just to make sure everything was okay, and I'm getting off to the middle of the road, and he just keeps on going. I guess he was just making sure everything was fine. I was telling my husband about it, and he was like, well, at least somebody was going to help you if something happened. I was like, yeah, that's true. I go, but I don't like when things like this happen. So I get in the middle and I make a U-turn. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I had to, and I stop on the shoulder. And so my husband gets there, and he's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I need to go to work. I go, but you're going to have to come pick me up because I have my dentist appointment today. I go, but you need to check the car to see what's going on. Okay, okay. And I was like, well, you know what? I said, my friend's coming. She's on the bridge. Or she had just got on the bridge. I said, we can wait and until she gets here, and she could stop in the middle, and I could jump in the car and we can go to work. So I'm over here, and I'm like texting her, and I'm like, hey, can you give me a ride to work? My husband's going to take the car. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, where are you at? I was like, call me. So she calls me, and I'm telling her, okay, this is where I'm going to be, and just meet me right there. And she's like, okay. Well, she can see us wherever she was at on the bridge. She can see us. It was moving kind of steadily at that time. Not fast, but not slow. Not like how we were going. Anyways, so the a cop passes by us, and he didn't stop. He just passed right by us. I'm like, okay. And then another cop comes, but this one stops. And he's like, are y'all okay? You know, something wrong? You know, he's like, oh, my husband's like, oh, well, the car was overheating. I was like, yeah, it was overheating on the bridge. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. And my husband was explaining to him what was going on, and that we were waiting for my friend so she could take me to work so he could take the car home. And he's like, oh, okay. He goes, yeah. He goes, there was an accident. People aren't, this is what the cop was saying, that there was an accident. People weren't minding like the lights or the stop signs or anything. It was like they were doing whatever they wanted. And he was like, we're trying to get the traffic under control. That's why it's so long. And we're like, oh, okay. And that time that they were talking, my husband was talking to him, my friend calls, and she's like, where are you at? And I was like, we're right here. And she goes, are you with where the cop lights are at? And I was like, yeah, he's talking to my husband. He's asking everything is all right. And at this time, when I'm on the phone with my friend and my husband's talking to the cop, this car pulls up. And I'm like, who's that? And he goes, that's my boss. He said it like that because the cop was still there. Well, he stopped. And see, his boss was coming to work, but he turns around to check up on us, which was nice of him. In which my husband could have said, hey, can you give my wife a ride to work? But my husband didn't even say that. He didn't even think about it because my friend was coming. So my friend, we were on the phone, and she was like, are you still right there where the cop's at? And I said, yeah. I said, he's fixing to leave. I said, but we're right there where the cop was at. She's like, okay. She goes, I think I see you. So we waited a few more minutes. My husband's like, where's she at? You know, he goes, I should have just drove up and found her in line and let you get off and get in the car. And I was like, yeah, right. In the middle of the bridge, you wanted me to get off and go get in her car. I'm like, you're crazy. But he was just joking, guys. Don't take that seriously. But anyways, so yeah, finally, My husband gets off the car when the cop leaves, goes talks to his boss, asking the boss is asking him if everything's okay, what's going on, and he's explaining it to him, and his boss leaves, and then like a few minutes later, here comes my friend, and she stops. I'm like, okay. I go, you're gonna have to come pick me up from work now, because you're gonna have to take the car, and I have to go to the dentist, and I have to go to the dentist for this. I go, I could, cancel it, but it's up to you. He's like, no, 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 it's fine, it's fine. So, I get in the car with my friend, explaining to her what had happened. Oh my God, guys. Oh, I'm dark again. So, I'm explaining everything to my friend, and this morning was so crazy, guys. Like this morning on my phone, it told me that it was going to be 40 minutes to get to work. There was an accident. We didn't see nothing. My husband didn't see nothing when he was coming from work. Like he was coming from work. We're going to work. He didn't see no accident. So I don't know where the accident was. Supposedly there was an accident going all the way straight, because it's like you go straight or you turn to go to our work, or you go straight to go a different way. And they said there was an accident, or a lady had fell, and she called the ambulance, and the cars were driving crazy, and that the ambulance couldn't get there, and that the cops were going this way and they were going that way. It was a mess this morning, guys. It was a total mess. But we finally got to work at 8 o'clock, 30 minutes late. And I have to leave early today. So Saturday when I come into work, I'm not going to just be able to stay the few hours that I wanted to stay. I'm going to have to stay a little longer to make up the time that I'm missing. Because I'm missing 2.5 hours from last week. And then I'm going to miss 2.5 hours this week. So I need to make up 5 hours. So that's crazy. So yeah, I have to stay about 5 hours at work tomorrow, Saturday, which I don't mind, because my husband's going to be asleep, and I won't have to worry about bothering him. And then Sunday I have to come in. So either way, I can make it up Saturday or Sunday. So either way, I can make it up. But a good thing is they're going to feed us on Saturday and Sunday. So I don't have to worry about bringing lunch or having to go buy lunch or anything like that. But y'all know, I don't eat. I don't eat that much. Like this morning, I didn't eat nothing. I got a drink of Coke, just a little bit of Coke. And I got money so I can bring it to work, so I can buy me something to drink. And guess what, guys? I leave it in the car. Like, are you freaking kidding me? I leave my freaking money in the car. I'm like so freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, this morning is just crazy. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know, you know what? Hold that thought, because I'm going to record when my husband comes. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little bell to get notified whenever I post a video. Share everywhere. And I'll be back.
You have time to stay here, right? Because we're going to have to keep the lower denture.
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours.
Why for 2 hours?
Because we're using that as the...
I don't even live here in town. I can't stay 2 hours. If you would have told me before.
What do you do?
I didn't know you had to leave it for 2 hours.
We already had the stem, so les van a set from scratch and check on those, because what else can we do? You have to come back for mine. It's okay. No,
You didn't tell me that I had to stay 2 hours.
it's okay. Did you clean the lower well?
I need another paper.
Open. Just a moment. It's okay, babe. Just a moment. Let me test and you feel. Open. What do you mean? See this for now.
Well, you figured it out. I'm not horrible. Liars so I'm going to lie to you. It's like, girl.
Because well.
I just don't talk to them like that.
No, deja de darle. Open. See this for now? No. I don't think I could wax on this. We'll see.
Yeah, you did. Unless you got a new tray.
I got a new tray.
Oh, then no, you didn't. Where's Emily? Emily gave her her sheet.
Let me see the blue bag. I need to take the bag here, baby. Open for me. Bite down. Yeah. Let me see the blue bag. Open for me, babe. Open. Okay, bite down. Put the light down. Okay, so could you bring this to the make the appointment? Open. Open. Thank you, baby. At the moment, she's gonna take care of the rest, okay?
She wanted me to drop off my denture and stay here for 2 hours. She wanted me to take off my denture leave leave the bottom one here for 2 hours, and then come back. I said, I don't live here. I can't do that. I said, if I lived here, I would be able to do that, but I don't live here. And my face was all white. All that stuff that they put in to do the mold.
Mm-hmm.
Next week is just the bite, I guess,
What
to
day?
check on Friday.
Oh, really?
Well, she wanted to do it on Thursday.
No, guys, Mom always does that.
What?
Does
Friday?
when I'm off.
Of course. The only time we could do stuff. But it's at 12. It's at noon.
See, look at that.
What?
Can't get no sleep.
Oh, it was night. Fine, I'll just come by myself.
I was playing, baby.
And they took off the tops and the bottom. I don't know why. It was just like, oh, we need to get the bite down or something. Okay, well, after she took him out, oh, he did puppy. After she took him out, she put him back in, and then she did the mold inside my mouth. And I'm like, isn't that what she told me that she was gonna do? Like, I don't know. I just didn't get it. And then I think she got attitude with me after I told her that I couldn't stay 2 hours. She's like, where do you live? I said, and I don't drive. Like, I don't drive over here. I don't drive. I said, my husband brings me. I said, so I don't think my husband's going to want to sit here until 5 o'clock. I went like that. I said, I'm sorry. I said, if we had things we had to do, then I would be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. You know, we'll go do what we got to do. I said, but we don't have nothing to do. And then I have my phone like this. And remember those napkins I took in with me? I put it over it like that, and I covered up the little face. Well, guys, so you heard what just happened. The lady was like so rude. I guess after I told her I couldn't stay for 2 hours after they took my teeth off. They took them off. They did an impression of my teeth. Then they did an impression of my gums. Then what happened is she was like, well, we need to keep your teeth here so we can, they were going to go with the same kind of my teeth. And I was like, okay, shouldn't y'all have like a record or like something that has that, like the last mold or whatever, and or the last impression that they did. But I don't know what the deal was, but she got attitude after I told her that I could not stay for 2 hours. But I have to come back next week so I could do, she said the bite or something like that. So we're supposed, the only appointment they had was at 12 because they closed at 1. So we're coming back to next week, get this taken care of. I know my boss ain't gonna like it, but hey, I gotta get this taken care of, just so I don't have to worry about it no more. There's the hubby. So we're on our way back home. We did eat some Wiener Schnitzel a while ago, and now somebody's sleepy after he ate. No, he didn't get that much sleep. And the car's driving good so far, but we're just keeping an eye on it. We don't know why it got hot or did what it did, but we're just going to keep an eye on it. But, yeah, just wanted to give you a little update what was going on, what we were doing. We're on our way home, so I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good morning, good night, good evening, or whatever else it is at the time you're watching this. I hope you're having an awesome one, and until my next video, bye-bye.